Hey everybody, Qcknd. So a couple of you noticed, well, it was on my Snapchat. So I posted a picture on Sunday of us grocery shopping, and I posted a picture kind of like this of what we had in our cart. And a couple people were like, hey, I'm interested in what it's like for you to go food shopping as a vegan. And I would love to make a video about what we buy when we food shop. To give you a little bit of a background, we buy a lot of stuff so John can make lunches, and then we make a couple dinners a week. We do eat out a little bit too much, so a lot of the way we grocery shop are quick meals or like things we make at home or things we can make as a lunch. So I'm just gonna dive right in. Where we grocery shop is Wegmans, but I'm gonna tell you how much everything costs, and if it's Wegmans brand, where else you can find it. So the first thing I'm just like pulling out of this bag is soup broth. And you can see right here that it's labeled vegan, which is helpful, but if you're new to it or you're trying not to eat as much meat, this vegetable broth is the best way to go. Just check on the back to make sure there's no beef stock in it. And usually it's not. Vegetable broth is usually just vegetable broth. What I like about this in the box is I can just dump this in a pot and put like some carrots, some peas. Sometimes I'll put like vegetarian ground beef in there, sit in the pot, kind of walk away, do something else, prepare something else to eat on the side, and I swear you can make amazing soup in 30 minutes just by, I'll usually put pasta in here too and just let the whole thing cook in the pot on its own. I love this. It's super easy. This is always about $2 for this box. Usually I'll buy 2 boxes for a meal. In the winter they're always on sale, so I'll buy like 11 of them. Soy milk, and obviously soy milk, some people prefer almond, coconut. I haven't tried cashew yet, but it seems really good. I like to buy store brand soy milk. This is organic just by chance, but a lot of Silk is a really good one too. But Silk can come to about $3-4, and this is about $2 and some change. I really like store brand soy milk. Get a little bit of it, taste it. I know in the dry section, they'll usually have soy milk that you can keep in your cabinet until you open it, which comes to like $1 and some change. It's half the size, but if you just want to try out your favorite store brand soy milk before you commit to a half gallon, I just say be aware of the expiration date. Some things that are important for vegans are definitely condiments. This is chili garlic sriracha, and this is straight up. I buy the family size because John drinks this like water. I'll usually use this in his sandwich in the morning, like for lunch, or if we're making like a rice dish or whatever. These are always great accents. I've put this on macaroni and cheese before and it's been awesome. I really like it. So always condiments, hot sauces. These are both vegan. This was $4.99, this is $3.99. Next I have these sausage patties. They're called Don't Be a Piggy Meatless Sausage Style Breakfast Patty, sausage style. I really like these. These are Wegmans brand, but you can see that they're made by Qcknd brand. So you can find Qcknd at Target. You can find Qcknd at Superfresh has it. It won't be in this package, but this is just repackaged for Wegmans. I don't know why, if they have like some sort of affiliation, but Qcknd I know is available in the United States. It's made in Canada, so it'll be up there in Canada for you. This came to $3.99, and I'm pretty sure it comes with 6 pieces, which is great. I make all of these in the toaster, and it's not even toaster oven, just the standard 2 pieces of bread, push it down, and I think it comes out amazing. They're so quick to make. They're great for breakfast. I love these. What did I say, $3.99? And for 6, that's crazy. These are Uncrustables. I take them to school, whatever. So this is Nutritional Yeast. If you've ever heard of it, or if you haven't, the great thing about it is it's really high in all the vitamins that you may need as a person who's not eating meat, who's not getting enough protein, they're not getting enough calcium, potassium. It has 320 milligrams of potassium. That's so much. What I like about nutritional yeast is I can sprinkle it on usually dinners or whatever. Sometimes I'll just eat it on toast, and it's the greatest. On here, I think it says, like, add it to your popcorn and sprinkle on your popcorn for a great tasting snack. Use as seasoning for salad, soup, casserole, and gravies. Add 1.5 teaspoons to your favorite cereal, juice, or fruit smoothie. I think it's great. Also a really good cheese replacement. Like a little bit of this, a little bit of soy milk, a little bit of soy butter. You got yourself a cheese. I think it's great. Wegmans does sell this container exactly, this Red Star brand, for $6.99. But what I did, or what I do, is I'll buy this container and then I'll usually go to the bulk section. I know Whole Foods has a really good bulk section that has nutritional yeast. I'll go to the bulk section and I'll just refill it. That way I'm not spending $6.99 every time. I can't really get John to eat this, so I'll usually have this for 5 months before I need a new one. At my old house, all my roommates are vegan, so we had one of these for like a month at a time. But now that only I'm eating it, I can have it for a while. I do cook with it though. I put it in most of our meals. I don't think John hates it. I think he just like doesn't think he needs it. I don't know. It's great. I think it's a staple of my kitchen. And yeah, I'll just refill this from the bulk bin. This ramen, and you can see this isn't the normal ramen that you would get for like 100 for $1. This is miso ramen, but for us, like a quick meal, something fast, I'll usually go to this. This is not chicken flavored though, so we can have it. I would just check the back. I got this in like the Asian section of the supermarket, but do read the back. The ingredients are in English. Just double check that there's no chicken broth in there. Next I have these Don't Be a Chicken patties. Basically they're the same thing as the sausage, but they're amazing. These are the best chickens I've ever had, hands down. I like them more than Boca. I like them more than whatever is out there. These are the best ones I've ever had. Also by Qcknd, all that. What I like for them is I'll make John's sandwiches with these. And again, I'll put this in the toaster and I'll make up his sandwich and then I'll put this on instead of like lunch meat, which works out really great for us. There's 4 in a bag. They're also the same price, so they're $3.99 for only 4. So you're paying about $1 each, but I think it's great. I think it gives him like a really filling meal rather than like fake ham or fake turkey or whatever. And I think it's great. I think it's hearty and it's really easy for me to make once I put it in the toaster. So there's these. And then the final fake meat that I have is don't have a cow. And these are by Qcknd. I've bought the Qcknd version. It's just in a different package. Again, $3.99. You can find it at Target. Super fresh, Whole Foods. I don't know their prices exactly. I love these though. And what's great about them is they do have a microwave direction, because making them on the stove top is great, but you have to use oil, and sometimes that oil will upset my stomach. So throw these in the microwave. I like to do tacos. I like to do manwich. Sometimes I'll just put a little bit of this in my macaroni and cheese and mix it up. It's great. I think it's great. And I think it tastes amazing. So if you're just looking to replace some of your meat meals with fake meat, this is so great. It's so easy to use. There's no issue with cooking it. You just have to heat it up, so it's safer. Especially if you're new to cooking, this is a foolproof way to make this ground beef. If you're making chili or something and you're scared about the proper temperatures to cook your meat, or cutting boards, I don't know. This is really great. My friend from work always makes his chili with this, and he's not even vegetarian. He just loves this. I have 2 condiments. I always get this Veganese for John's sandwiches. Sometimes I'll use it too, like if I'm gonna make a chicken sandwich during the day. I think Veganese is so amazing. I recommend it to everybody. I think it's better than mayonnaise. I think it tastes so good, and it's like sweet and salty and amazing. We go through like one of these every 2 months, so it has a lot of serving in there. The price is just as comparable as regular mayonnaise. I think it's great. And then I have Earth Balance, which is just like soy butter. Does it say vegan on it? Okay, so it says vegan right on there. I chose the Soy Garden, not for any particular reason, just because we go food shopping Sunday night, and sometimes like our favorite things aren't always available anymore. Buying salad on Sunday at the supermarket is impossible. Everyone already bought it. I usually get a yellowish color container, which is just the original. I like this Soy Garden though. I had it this morning for breakfast. I was really into it. It didn't taste weird. Loved it. I have these Smart Strips, and I ate them last night for dinner, but I did want to share them because when I first just became vegetarian, I like loved these things. You may remember them having a different package. If you've been looking for them, they did repackage them kind of recently, earlier this year. They have like this little window in the back. You may remember them. These are great. You can make them in the microwave if you want the oil-free option, but sometimes I'll make them on the skillet to make like chicken cheesesteaks, and they're crazy. I included a clip from the dinner I made last night, which was just super simple rice with chicken. So next I have this manwich, and you may remember from my vegan manwich tutorial how to make these sandwiches. They are impossibly easy to make. If you don't want to make them on the skillet, you can make them in the microwave. I'll include a link to my tutorial, but regular manwich just like this is vegan. I remember in my day, it used to say vegan on the can. They may have taken that off, but you can just read the ingredients and see that it's vegan. I know Target has a store brand one that does say vegan on the package. That one is cool, but manwich, this is like $1, and they do sell a manwich bold that's also $1. So manwich is a great quick dinner. I'll include the tutorial, and if you want to see other tutorials, girl, let me know. Here are some vegan yogurts. I do try to eat yogurt as much as possible. I try to have it for breakfast as a snack. When I became vegan, yogurt was something that I really missed, and it did take a couple years for people to catch up with yogurt, but these 2 yogurts, and I've had them all, believe me, these are the best. So this is Silk. This is a brand you might recognize. This is just peach and mango flavor. I really like this Silk. They reformulated their ingredients or whatever to make this entirely vegan. If you do remember eating Silk yogurt a couple years ago, I think it was made with dairy cultures and not soy cultures, so it was like technically not vegan. So I've been eating this lately. It comes to about $1.65 at the store, which is comparable to normal yogurt. I think that's how much Greek yogurt costs, and this is great, especially my lactose intolerant people out there. I love this. It's a really hearty serving. I think it's really beautiful packaging. And then we have O-Soy, which is a little cheaper than our Silk, coming to about $1, but I love it. Soy has a lot of different flavors: vanilla, blueberry, this is raspberry. And this is good too because it has a little bit of a longer shelf life than our Silk over here. I have this like expire on me and just been like, didn't I buy that yesterday? So this shelf life is a little longer if you know that you don't go food shopping as often as we do, which is like every 2 weeks. I do love this. It's great and it's a lot cheaper. Cheese. So you may be familiar with this Daiya cheese brand. If not, let me tell you all about it. Daiya cheese is great. When I first became vegan, Daiya was just getting out there on the market, and they used to have shredded cheese. And I remember showing it to John, and he was like, why didn't they have this when I was vegan? Changed my life. I would melt it, and it would stretch, and it was great. And have it in this form, which is slices, and I have it open because I made his lunch this morning. And you can see it comes just like that. All the cheese. If you're used to eating dairy cheese, this might be a little weird because the cheese does come in these like little slices that are pressed between paper. But I think it's great. It's a little circle slice, and honestly, it's amazing. I always get the cheddar. I did get the provolone once, and I really didn't like it. So I would say start off with the cheddar. They also offer Swiss, which I haven't tried because I already know I like this. They also have this in a shredded form, pepper jack, mozzarella. If you're gonna make like stuffed shells, I totally recommend. I get it every time. But this kind of lasts a little longer than the shreds. The shreds are good in your fridge for like a week, and then these I have not had expire on me yet, so I do recommend those. And I accidentally bought the cheddar block, thinking that I was buying 2 packs of the slices, but cheddar block is going to be awesome. If you remember the cheese brand Follow Your Heart, which is another vegan cheese, it used to just come in a block too. So if you are reminiscent of Follow Your Heart, I would recommend this too. I'm just going to figure out how to cook it this week. I think I'm just going to cut it in cubes and melt it over pasta, and it is going to be amazing. So that's this. Both of these came to $4.99. I mean, they were each $4.99, so it's a little expensive. I'll buy 2 a week for John, and we always have extra in the fridge. I really do not need to buy him 2 a week, but it's great. It's great to have in your fridge, especially if you are transitioning into vegan. It's great to have this cheese around because I swear it's so good. And if you're like me and you like your cheese and your salt and your tastes, then I totally recommend Daiya. I think that it is worth every penny. When I lived with my old roommate and we didn't have the funds like I do now, we would have like 1 bag of Daiya cheese in the fridge and we would never touch it. We would just look at it and be excited. Now it comes in all these different forms. It's very available. I got that at Wegmans, but I do always see it at Whole Foods, and they do have it at Giant too. I haven't seen it at Super Fresh. Next I have these little cookies. These are great. I think they're awesome. Divvies, I think is the brand. It comes with 2, and this was $1.99, and you're like, I'm not paying $1.99 for 2 cookies, but they are soft baked cookies, which is great, and I like that they're in this little package because if I bought a whole box of cookies, I would eat the whole box of cookies. So these are great. Great little treat. I got these at Wegmans, but I think they are available at Whole Foods too. I have seen them in a bigger container, which I did post a picture on Instagram. But like I said, I ate that whole box on the way home, so I just gotta get myself these little divvies. And finally, the last 3 things I want to show are, I think, generally available at like every supermarket, but the prices really range. So if you're into it, then you have to shop around. And they're all things from Amy's Kitchen. You've probably seen this box in the freezer and been like, what's that? Or you're like, I love Amy's, but it's really expensive. And I just say shop around. Like, our corner deli sells Amy's for like $6 a box, but Wegmans sells it for $4. So this is a teriyaki bowl. The thing about Amy's is you have to be careful because some of their stuff is just vegetarian, some of their stuff is meat. So read the box. This one says dairy-free right on there, and then it'll usually say vegan right on the back there. So just be careful of that. I always get these teriyaki bowls for John. I don't really like them, but there's that. That was like $4 something. These burritos are my absolute favorite thing in the world. They say non-dairy right on there, and they also have one called breakfast burrito, which is also vegan. These come to like $2 and some change, which is a little expensive for microwave burritos, but for me, they're super easy. Like, I'll cook this in the wrapper in the microwave, and then I'll have it right before school, which is good because sometimes I'll lose track of time and I'll realize it's 3 o'clock and I have to leave, so it's always this burrito. I'll grab a couple of them in case I need one for late night. I don't think John really likes these, so if he's chowing down on this, I got this. And then my last and final and favorite item is Amy's vegan macaroni and cheese. And if you've been vegan for a little while, you may remember that this used to taste awful, but over the years it's kind of been rebranded and now it's like this. It actually says vegan on it because if you go to the supermarket, Amy makes 99 different mac and cheeses. She makes one that's rice pasta, one that's like rice cheese, one that's gluten-free, one that's dairy, one that's not, one that is dairy-free but it's not vegan. So please, this is the only one that says vegan on it. And I have accidentally bought the wrong mac and cheese so many times, but I love this one. It is about $4 a box. So when we go grocery shopping, we only buy 2. We each get 1 a week. But I think they're great. I'll usually put a little bit of the frozen beef crumbles and then some frozen peas on top of this, and then I'll microwave it, and then it's a great dinner. It's quick, and during the week, I don't get home from school until 10 o'clock. John's tired. It's great to just have this. And for $4 each, I mean, if we went out to eat, if we went to Chipotle, it would cost us $20, and we couldn't eat it in our underwear. So yeah, this is a little expensive at the grocery store, but you can cook it at home, you can customize it, you can eat it however you want. So I think it's great. I try to cook as much as I can, but once a week we do eat these. So that's everything I wanted to share. If there's anything I forgot to list the price for, let me know. If there's a vegan essential that you get every week, tell me. Our last grocery trip came to just under $100. We grocery shop every Sunday to every other Sunday, and it is a little harder for us because we don't have the full availability of the kitchen. We do live with John's parents, so there are times when we only have time or space to cook one of these. Tell me how you cook your food, if you're vegan, if you thought about it, if maybe I sold you on a couple of these things. If you want any tutorials, let me know. I would love to do it. I'd love to share what I buy. I love vegan food as much as I love going shopping for clothes. I think it's great. I love when there's something new. I love when they improve a recipe. But yeah, let me know. If you totally weren't into it, tell me too. How much is your grocery bill? And yeah, thank you so much. And until next time, see you.